Hi everyone! I thought I'd share with you what music I listen to, what my favorite musical artists, bands, and composers are. So to begin, I listen to practically every type of music, and I'm always discovering new music to listen to. So my list probably would have grown by the time that this is even posted. I listen to a lot of video game and anime music as well, and own many game and anime soundtracks. What I dislike, though, is when songs are left off the soundtracks. There are so many great songs that I am missing because they are not on the original soundtrack, and there's really no way of acquiring these songs. I am mostly drawn to indie rock, alternative rock, hard rock, dark ambient, down-tempo, new age, experimental, classical, house and trance, jazz, and occasionally hip-hop and R&B. And mostly anything that is not mainstream, although I still listen to popular music too. I mostly listen to female vocalists. I realized one day, wait a minute, there really aren't any male vocalists I listen to. I don't know, I guess I find female vocals much more appealing. At the present moment of making these videos, I have nearly 10,000 songs on my computer. More than half a month's worth in duration total. I'm very particular about quality, so I have it all in lossless quality, straight from the CD, or even some direct rips from video games. So this equates to about 150 gigabytes of music. Before I begin, this video is very interactive. If you have annotations turned on, you can click on the song name and be taken to the video or song on YouTube. I linked to the official or best quality versions on YouTube I could find, if I could find it at all. Due to YouTube copyright and whatnot, if a song is no longer available, please let me know and I would do my best at finding an alternative link. I apologize if I mispronounce any of these names. The first section is going to be my favorite artists, bands, and composers, primarily in alphabetical order. Akira Yamaoka is a video game composer. I love his work on the Silent Hill series. Silent Hill 3 was the first one I played and I really like it. Most of the music in the Silent Hill games is dark ambient, creepy sounds, and I love it. However, a lot of the creepiest music isn't on the official soundtracks, so I had to resort to music extracted from the actual game to obtain it. The sad part is he is no longer doing music for Silent Hill games, so it won't be the same without him. It is so difficult for me to pick my favorites, but if I had to pick my top 5 tracks he composed without vocals and were on the original soundtracks, they would be True, Regards, Different Persons, Cold Blood, and Raw Shock. Mary Elizabeth McGlynn does voiceovers on many animes, but she has also worked with Akira Yamaoka in providing vocal tracks for the Silent Hill games. Whenever I got a new Silent Hill game, I was eagerly awaiting to hear what tracks she sang. When I would hear them in the game, I just loved it so much. She is an absolutely amazing singer, and there is not a single song I dislike. My favorites would be Love Song, L Theme, Hole in the Sky, Tender Sugar, and ORT. Next is Azam Ali. I love practically all her work, so it's hard to pick my favorites. I first heard about her from a video game, actually. The game is Siphon Filter Logan Shadow. She worked on some of the music in the game. She sang a song that I really liked from it called Logan Shadow, which is the theme. Outside the video game, some of her solo work I like are 41 Ways, From Heaven to Dust, Ocean, and In Other Worlds. Azam Ali is actually in a musical group called Niyaz, and I love their music too. Some of my favorites are Mazar, In the Shadow of Life, Perishon, Amen, and The Hunt 2013. The Storm is a Danish band I first heard about through YouTube. I saw Lost in the Fire in the sidebar and loved it and listened to all their works. My other favorites are Your Shoes Too Tight, Honesty, Dominoes, and My Crown. I first heard about Tsuki Amano, also known as Tsukiko Amano, from the video game Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented. A song of hers, Ko, or Voice, was in the game and remains to be my favorite. I also really love Ningyo, or Doll, Zero no Choritsu, or Zero Tune. There is also an English version of the song titled Zero, but I prefer the Japanese version. And Tanuki, or Tree of Heaven. Yoko Kanno is an anime music composer. She's done a wide array of soundtracks. The first I probably heard her work was in Cowboy Bebop and then Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. She is actually rumored to go by a different name, Gabriella Robin, where she actually sings. Many of my favorites are sung by Gabriella Robin, which is in a made-up language. So they would be Stamina Rose, or Stamina Rose, Tarukia, Green Bird, and if I had to pick two more that are sung by other people but composed by Yoko, they would be Inner Universe and Rise by Origa. Yuki Kajiura is another anime music composer. I first heard her music in Dot Hack Sign and loved the music and vocal tracks by Emily Bindiger. She also composed the music for a video game I love, Xenosaga 2 and Xenosaga 3. I don't like to pick ones that have vocals, like I'd rather have a separate section for the vocalists, but I'll do it anyway. The image theme is Xenosaga 2 by Deb Lyons and the Tokyo Philharmonic Chorus. This song, listen to the vocals, it's very interesting and a made-up language. Forest by Emily Bindiger, Open Your Heart by Emily Bindiger, Inca Rose by Yurik Kaida, and Godsib by Ariato. The next section is going to be other favorite artists, bands, and composers, primarily in alphabetical order. I still love these artists. I first heard of Alpine through YouTube. I saw Villages in the sidebar. Others I like are Seeing Red, Heart Love, and Hands. Alpines I also heard about through YouTube because their song Cocoon was in the sidebar of an Alpine video. Others I enjoy are Chances, Drive, and Got Me Wrong. Next is Annie Lennox. I think she is an absolutely amazing singer. She was in a music group called Eurythmics, and they had a popular song called Sweet Dreams Are Made of This. I also like Here Comes the Rain Again. Regarding her solo work, I like Walking on Broken Glass and Dark Road. The first song I heard by Bat for Lashes was Pearl's Dreams. I saw the video on television and it was really nice. Others I like are Sleep Alone and Daniel. Camille Jones is a Danish singer. The first song I heard was the Freddy Legrand remix of The Creeps. Other ones I like are Stay Gold, Now You Know, I Am What You Want Me to Be, and The Streets. I believe I first heard the song Bruises by Chairlift on a commercial. I figured out what it was and I really liked it. Other ones I like are Amnesia, and Met Before. Chelsea Wolfe is another one I found through YouTube by looking in the sidebar. I saw Myrrh and I love the song and video. Some other ones I really like are Feral Love and Sick. Next is Chrysta Bell. I first heard about her because she sang Polish Poem in the movie Inland Empire. I love this movie. Anyway, other tracks I like are Real Love, Friday Night Fly, and Swing With Me. Next is Fever Ray. She was actually in a music group, The Knife. My favorite song by The Knife is Silent Shout. Songs I like by Fever Ray are Stranger Than Kindness, Triangle Walks, When I Grow Up, and Seven. I saw the video for Heavy Cross by Gossip on TV, and I love it. That is my favorite song by them. Other favorites are Get a Job and Men in Love. I first heard of Grimes through YouTube. I saw her video Vanessa in the sidebar, and it is my favorite one by her. Others are Genesis, Rasik, and Omega. Yes, that is how the actual tracks are named. Such weird names, but that's why I love it. Ida Corr is another Danish singer. I heard her popular song Let Me Think About It on the radio. My other favorite tracks are Musen After Katten, which was the first Danish song I heard from her that means mouse after cat. What Goes Around Comes Around, Ride My Tempo. Next is Keyshia Cole. I heard a variety of her songs on the radio. The one I really liked that I heard on the radio was I Remember. The other ones I like are Heaven Sent, Trust, and Shoulda Let You Go. Koji Kondo is a video game composer, primarily for Nintendo games. He did a lot of work on the Mario and Legend of Zelda series. I like a lot of the tracks, but a few of the ones that stand out for me are all from Legend of Zelda, and they are Gerudo Valley, Potion Shop, Song of Storms, Zora's Domain, and Forest Temple. Another artist I really like is Mai Yamane. I first heard about her because she has worked with one of my favorite anime music composers, Yoko Kanno. I really like the vocals in the Cowboy Bebop anime. My favorites are The Real Folk Blues, Blue, and Don't Bother None. Massive Attack has some very weird music videos, and that is how I became interested in them. The songs I really like are Special Cases, Safe from Harm, and Live With Me. I first heard of Missy Elliott back in 2001 with her song Get Your Freak On. I was only 11, but I loved it. Her videos are so weird, and I love them. My other favorites are Pass That Dutch, Lose Control. Insane videos. Norihiko Hibino is a video game composer. He has worked on the Metal Gear Solid series, and I really like the music he does for those games, specifically Metal Gear Solid 2. I can't really pick my favorites since I like a lot of them equally, but the ones that stand out are Arsenal's Guts, Countdown to Disaster, and Yell Dead Cell. On the topic of Metal Gear Solid, my all-time favorite theme from the series is Heaven's Divide by Donald Burke from Peace Walker. I love this song so much, and it's one of my top favorite songs. Additionally, there is another game from the same producer of Metal Gear Solid called Zone of the Enders. Personally, I've never played the game, but I love the song by Karen, Beyond the Bounds, Eshar's remix. I know it's off topic, but thought I'd bring it up here since there's really no other place for it, since I really like the song. Sisse Marie is yet another Danish artist. There are quite a few on my list. I first saw Every Time You Look at Me by Morten Breum on YouTube. Then I looked up her other work, and I also really like Dirty Hands, Back to Life, Black Cat. Next is Sylvia Tosun. I love her work Underlying Feeling, the Adam K and Soha remix. But my favorite track is World Keeps Turning, the Alex Morph and Chris Ortega remix. Others I like are An Angel's Love by Alex Morph and Push and Pull by Norfarini and Marini. Also, with any music like this, it is best to listen to the full-length club mix of it, generally over 8 minutes long. But I have only linked the official videos of these, so you will have to search for yourself if you're interested. Yoko Shimomura is a video game composer. I first heard about her through Kingdom Hearts. I really enjoy the music in that game. Some of my favorites are Hollow Bastion, Unforgettable, Night of Fate, Hand in Hand, and Sinister Sundown. And lastly, some tracks I like by Underworld are Dinosaur Adventure 3D, Mo Move, Little Speaker. So the final section here is going to be some weird music videos I have discovered over time, minus the ones that I have already included in this video, since some of them are quite weird already. There are some really strange ones. First off, before talking about music videos in particular, despite the fact that they are all weird, I wonder if anyone knows about Sherry Vine. She is a drag queen and does parodies, including some music videos of popular songs. So Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Britney Spears. Her songs have a very disgusting sense of humor, but that is why I love it. She is so disgusting, but hilarious. What is amusing is that she actually performed at a drag show at my sister's college. My sister actually got her autograph for me. It's so funny. Definitely look her up if you're interested, but be warned that it's very disgusting. In artist alphabetical order, the first is Brother Sport by Animal Collective. What can I say about this? Words cannot express the weirdness and awesomeness of the song and video. Next is Young Rapunzel by Azealia Banks. Oh my gosh, what is that? I love this. Just the very first second of the video is like, what? Next is I Seen Beyonce by Caswell. Where did he see Beyonce? Well, you just have to watch the video. I'll give you a hint. It's not a place you would expect to see her. Up next is Voyager by Enigma. It's about dancing, eccentric dancing. I actually saw Am I Wrong by Etnie DeCracy on TV, believe it or not. MTV to be exact. Quite astonishing, right? Of course, this was back in the early 2000s, but this video is awesome. Next is Why Go by Faithless. This video is hilarious. It is yet another video all about dancing. A woman dances at a club, she goes home dancing, she wakes up dancing, she goes to work dancing, she meets a dancing guy and gets married dancing. Later she goes into a dancing labor and gives birth to dancing kids. A nice, happy dancing family. The next is Lights by Interpol. I love this song and I love this video. I first saw the video on TV and was just mesmerized by how awesome it was. Another I saw on MTV back in the early 2000s was Circular Motion by Ken Ishii. There is something about this video and song with it that just creeps me out. It's so creepy to me. It's like, I like it, but it's just creepy. Another by Ken Ishii is Extra. I really like this video. It's an anime style music video. It is quite violent though, if that's not your thing. Another I saw on TV was Keep It Going Louder by Major Lazer. It is directed by Eric Wareheim. If you know who he is, then you know how weird this one is going to be. It is so weird and I love it. Up next is Karma Coma by Massive Attack. All of the Massive Attack videos are quite strange, but this one in my opinion is the strangest. The second strangest by Massive Attack is Protection. Everything's all upside down and sideways and all over the place. Next is Konnichiwa by Robin. This video and song are so funny. Lastly is Big Mouth by Santi Gold. Awesome video. What else can I say? Alright, so that is my music. I'm sure there is even more I have found since posting this video, so thanks for watching.